Welcome back for another unboxing video. Today I'm very excited to open the box of Firefighters on Duty. This is a game that I had the pleasure to preview when it was seeking crowdfunding support. This is a game by Artipia Games, published from Artipia Games and designed from Konstantinos Kokinis and Sotirios Tsantilas. It's a game for 1 to 4 players that takes around 30 to 45 minutes, ages 14 and up. The weight is 3 out of 5, and it's a game that falls under the categories of real-time games with dice. The main mechanisms used in terms of gameplay are dice rolling, elapsed real-time ending. It has scenarios and campaign based on different scenarios, which you can play one after the other. It has a solo mode, variable setup, and it's a cooperative game. As the cover and the title indicates, this is a game clearly about firefighters working on the line of duty. So you step out into the heart and embrace your heroism with Firefighters on Duty, a real-time cooperative board game where players select a scenario and difficulty level and they start playing. During the game, players immerse themselves in up to 6 intense 2-minute rounds in which they manage an entire fire department. They're tasked with dispatching vehicles and firefighters across the city, extinguishing fires, saving civilians, and safeguarding properties. Every round, players roll their action dice as quickly as they can and perform actions based on the symbol they roll. Each choice carries weight as the clock is ticking away. You need to work together, make decisions under pressure, and risk it all in order to keep the city safe. After the last round, points and negative points are added, and if the objective has been achieved and the negative points are minimal, the player wins the game. So let's dive into the contents of the Kickstarter edition. By the way, this is a Kickstarter edition which includes also the Kickstarter promos. So the cover is really nice. It gives you exactly a glimpse in exactly what you're expecting in this game. Okay, and this is a game setup and in progress. As I mentioned, I had the opportunity to play the game several times. I also did the preview video where you can go and see the material we created in the channel when the game was seeking crowdfunding support. Really enjoyed this one. This is one of the good real-time games, and I'm very happy to see the final production game, also the additional kick as Kickstarter promo contents, and see how they work in terms of gameplay. So let's see what we have. So we start with the box, which is a nice sturdy box with linen finish quality. Okay, good quality cardboard and quite sturdy. We have the contents. These are this is the rulebook of the retail edition. Therefore, you have the contents for the retail edition. You have 6 vehicle miniatures, 4 fire engines in 4 colors, 1 water truck, and 1 rescue vehicle. You have 8 action dice, 80 cute, minimal, small water dice, which are indicators of how much water you're collecting. You have all-purpose dice and a randomizer D12. Several cardboard tokens, as you can see, several cards, events, distress calls, hazards, fire axes, electric shuts off, city randomizers, and play rates. And then, of course, you have the double-sided city tiles, which give a lot of replayability. I'm sure they're going to develop additional scenarios. You can make your own. You have the fire engines, 1 in each player's color, where it carries the dice and the firefighters. You have the hospital, 2 fire stations, the vehicle rescue board, the water truck board, which is pulled for water supply, supplying the fire trucks, wooden tokens, fire hoses, fire axes, firefighters, civilians, and injured persons. And then you have booklets. There are 3 scenario booklets, depending on your player count. This is very handy. And here is the breakdown of the components. So all the different components are described in the rulebook. Okay. And then the setup with steps and examples, and then the gameplay. The game lasts up to 6 rounds, unless stated otherwise by the scenario. You have the start run phase, the action phase, where the main gist of the game is, and the actions are explained. Keep in mind, this is a real-time game, so you need to be efficient and fast. And the fire phase, where fire spreads. The end of round phase for a round up and an upkeep phase, essentially. So game end, solo rules. and the reference guide at the end. Right. So we have 3 booklets, we'll see in a sec, but first of all I like to get out the different bits and pieces. All this pack you see here are the Kickstarter promos, additional tiles, additional cards, tokens, and a box with a miniature. Right, we have a lot of baggies. And the thing I really enjoyed in this game is the quality of the tiles, both because they are modular, so you can combine them in different ways, also because they're quite clear. I like the fact that the street level is very clear. They're linen finish cardstock, thick, sturdy, good quality cardboard. Very, very well done. And again, these are double-sided. The art is a bit generic, if you ask me, for my taste, but it serves its purpose. And also keep in mind that you need to have a clear focus when you're seeing in a fast glance in real time the board. So I think most probably the simplistic design fits that purpose, and it's there for a reason. Right. Just showing you the core tiles, which again they are combined to create different, as you know, based according to the scenario, different city neighborhoods. Okay. Some industrial areas, some residential areas. Okay. And they all come together really nice. The other thing I want to mention is that the boards are very, very flat, which is important if you have bending wrapping, I should say, boards. That would create a bit difficulty in terms of playing the game, especially because you need to put them together to create the city. Okay, so let's just put that here randomly. Again, this is not a scenario, obviously. I'm just putting some around so that you can see both the art and the layout of some of these tiles, which is really nice. Cool. And this is going to go here. Okay, most probably doesn't make any sense. I cut off half of the part of the city, but anyway, you get the idea, right? So this is how these work. Cool. Then we have the vehicle miniatures, which are nice chunky vehicles. These look like miniatures of fire trucks. Okay, they serve their purpose. They give from far away exactly this impression that this is a firefighter vehicle. Okay, nice clear colors. Also, this can be painted if you're painting your miniatures. They have quite a weight, so they feel nice moving them around. They're not feeling cheap. Okay. And then we have the water truck, which is vital because it's essentially carrying the supply of water that is constantly needed throughout the different scenarios. And this is the rescue vehicle for rescuing the vehicles. Right. Nice vehicles so far. There are 93 dice in total, but I have to admit, these here are my favorite ones. These must be the cutest, tiny, more beautiful dice I've ever seen, because these represent markers with capacities for water that go into the players, into the water truck. Okay, so moving on, we have a lot of custom minis. So these are different miniatures. These are danger persons. And I think these are the firefighters, yeah, the yellow ones, like the prototype, remember them? And these are civilians that you need to rescue from potentially endangered areas. Just a quick note, printed on both sides, custom shape, look nice. The action dice, 8 of them. I have used exactly these when I was previewing the game, and I really found them very, very useful. They're clear, easy to read. You keep in mind you're doing this in a rush, okay, so you need to be fast. We have also 4 all-purpose D6 and 1 randomizer D12. Cool. Some cards, we'll see in a bit. And last but not least, we have punch boards with tokens and the 5 sessions on the hospital. Okay, so let's see them quickly. So 2 fire stations. Okay, again, linen finish, thick cardboard, great quality. Really, this is our base of operations. Okay, right, so let's place them around somewhere. 2 of those. We have fire hydrants, which take water dice in them, as you would expect, right? How cool is that? I really found the development, or I should say, the use of the components in this game exceptional, because keep in mind it does not only it has to look, you know, nice, it has also to be functional due to the real-time element of the game. Okay, so we have 4 of those. Then these are the burn blocks. And this is the gathering point, which could be different based on the scenario. Okay, these are scenario points. These are 10 scenario points across the 2 punch boards. Oh, and this is the hospital. Okay, cool. Right, some more scenario tokens. These here are debris tokens, okay, and they can obstruct moving around and make your life real difficult, but it's part of the difficulty of the scenarios, etc. Okay, some modifiers for more water. And then here we have also, these are extinguishing difficulty modifiers, indicators. We have the distress calls, which have different numbers. Cool. And then there's all sorts of hazard, double-sided hazard tokens, which are triangular, as expected, for hazard signs. Just to show you how they look like. Again, everything seems to come out of the punch board nice and easy. I'm very satisfied with the quality, but I'm more excited with these guys here. These are the dual board, dual layered fire trucks, which are absolutely amazing because, first of all, they're dual layered, second of all, they are vibrant, and they have spots for your 2 firefighters and dice and tokens. So these are really, really nice. So let's just drop some of them. I know you expect to have a red firefighter truck, but for distinguishing between the players, you need to have different colors, and most probably I'll be playing the green, even it's not thematic. This is important. This is the water truck. Okay, so it has a water supply, which you set aside somewhere in the board, and you're going there to meet this miniature to get resupplied with water. Very, very vital. And the fire rescue truck, or vehicle, I should say. Right, last but not least, we have 95 wooden tokens. You see, there is a ton of components in this game, and this is another thing that I love, that This is really nice in terms of table presence. Okay, so we have fires, as you would expect. Very nice shape, size, and red color. We have fire hoses. We have fire axes, and there should be a round marker somewhere, a black cube, which I'm missing at the moment. Right. Last but not least, before moving into the Kickstarter promos, meaning the stretch goals, which you'll find if you have the Kickstarter edition, we have this deck of cards for all the cards of the game, which include good quality cardstock, not linen finish, but I would say good quality, which includes the events, okay, in 3 colors, 24 events, based on the difficulty and the severity of how severe is the situation. Okay, right. So these are the events. Let's put them here. We have 4 player aids, 1 for each player, summarizing the round overview and the dice actions, which is nice. Then we have distress call cards. These are 16. Okay. We have the hazard cards. These are 4. For different type of hazards. If it's compressed gas, high voltage, explosive substances, or thick smoke, which makes your life even more difficult. Great. City tile randomizer. That's a nice randomizer for making custom randomizers for how to build your map. A lot of replayability goes in this game. Okay, and then we have some fire axes where you place your dice on. You have electric shutoff, 1 for each player, and these are here. Right. Now let's move. Before moving to the Kickstarter, the last thing I want to show you are the booklets. So there are 1 for 2 player scenarios, 1 for 3 player scenarios, and 1 for 4 player scenarios. I really like that because, first of all, they're separate from the main rulebook, and also you don't have to go through a huge scenario booklet. There are a lot of scenarios here, okay, based on difficulty. The scenario objective is clear, the layout is clear, the difficulty is clear, okay, scenario points are clear. Okay, and this is really nice because there are more scenarios. That's a good thing already, and this is good because it's for different player counts. Okay, so this is the most busy ones, which are the ones for 4 players. So just to show you a couple of layouts for 4 players. Okay, this may seem a bit too much information, but once you understand what the legend means, you're able to set it up very, very fast. Right, cool. So this goes out, and quickly going to the last part of this unboxing video, which is the Kickstarter promos, which include the following. First of all, we have rulebook for the promos, the rapid responder, the drone miniature, okay, 2 additional city tiles, additional cards, additional tokens, materials explained in terms of rules, okay, and that includes, in a nutshell, two more city tiles, for even more variety. Okay, cool, nice. Then we have 2 punch boards, one with the rapid response tile. We have more debris, we have search tokens, okay. We have these flood tokens, which have flood with water, so that's a new thing, okay. Very, very interesting ideas here. And in terms of wooden components, we have 2 high pressure nozzle tokens, the red ones. We have 2 rescue dogs, and we have 2 hose extension tokens, okay, really, really nice as well. Here. some more cards, and the miniature of the drone, just to make sure it doesn't break. Very nice and handy box to keep it safe. Cool. Last thing I want to show you are the deck of cards, which there you go, which include additional cards for the command rescue dog, for the high pressure nozzle, extra equipment, more city randomizer, more hazards, more distress calls, and more events. Okay, so many more cards in a honestly very rich box, especially the Kickstarter edition. So this is a rapid responder card, just to show you. It looks like quite different from the civilian rescue card, and there is also one dice that we didn't see, which is a public panic die, also part of the Kick-Ass promo, and probably making the civilians move. So there you have it. These are the components of the Firefighters on Duty. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, many thanks for watching.